Hello, welcome back or welcome to some Loop Hero. So today I wanted to kind of go over this. I just saw next week on Epic, this is going to be a free game, and I already have it. I really enjoy this game. It's a game that I play oftentimes on my own. So kind of want to go in. I'm gonna make a new save. I guess I'll delete this one. Sure, let's delete that one. Let's make a new save. We're gonna start a brand new save. That way we can kind of play from the beginning. You're trying to figure out what Loop Hero is. The Lich has thrown. All right, so the stars are going out. One. I gotta click. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing the last place where there's still hope. I need to make it before it's too late. The sound of agony will quickly fade. The world will destroy. Even the memory will be gone. And even if there's absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. A place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except for this path. All right, so the Lich saw the world in a deep, timeless loop, plunged its inhabitants in never-ending chaos, wielded an expanding deck of mystical cards, and placed enemies, buildings, and terrain on each unique expedition loop for the brave hero. So currently the game is $15 on Steam, and I'll have a link down in Steam if you want to buy it and support the developer that way. If you don't, next week it'll be free on Epic. So just kind of get into it. It's a cool game. If you don't have this game, I highly recommend picking it up, especially if you like deck builders and stuff like that. So my head is killing me. I only remember a skeleton with a staff up in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. All right, so change between adventure, traveling the map, and planning. Stops modes, right? So right now we're in planning mode, adventure mode. So basically, I hope I'll be able to find some shelter before the nightfall, if night has even still exists without the sky, that is. So basically what's happening is you basically just walk around in this loop. And it sounds like you're like, oh, okay. A living ball of slime, quite a nuisance. They digest anything that they can, right? Hey, remember this creature? Maybe I can freshen up my memory and everything else will go back to normal. Press anywhere to continue. So it's an auto battler. You have no control over it, right? Hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's an undigested weapon in the range of that thing, right? And you get weapon upgrades. You'll get all of your armors and stuff like that. I think I remember there's a grove nearby. Are those even my memories, or do they belong to that slime, right? So we do have a grove. You use these cards to left. Defeating enemies will add various new objects to the map. That's what the planning mode is for. Drag the card at suitable space and to remember the land, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this thing. We're just going to drop it on. We'll hit spacebar. You can hit spacebar instead of clicking up there too. And then you saw it basically a wolf, a rat wolf, right? So there's nothing we can do about this. Like the fight's the fight, right? A forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, vivid images, quite a bit of adrenaline. I forget all about it like it was a bad dream. I mean, I'll remember it like like a bad dream. Damn it! Good thing nobody heard that. As you probably already noticed, you can get new items and cards during battle. Some items have unique features, as do most cards. By hovering over an item or card, they inspect its properties, equip a new weapon, and place new cards on top of the map. All right, so if you have this, right, you hover over it, 4 to 6 regen per second. So this will actually give me regen. I like that. Right, so it's the same damage, but I get more regen. So that's fine. We'll swap that out. When you do that, the other one will go away. Right, and then you'll see hopefully our health will start coming back. So we have two things here. We have a forest. So a forest can be placed anywhere. Normally what I do is I'll pick my forest and I'll put them on one side. Right, and then I'll put my rocks on the other side. Good. So there's a mountain over there and a forest over there. Over here, the world's almost back. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that, right? So if you actually notice, there's as I put those down, we got some resources that will come into play later. There's some meta progress and stuff like that in the game, so it's pretty cool. Some of your actions will yield resources that you will need later on, but not right now. you shouldn't stop you from looking at them right now. Continue your journey by changing the game mode, space right click, or switch mode. All right, so there we go. We'll get back to the camp. I think it's time I get some rest. The game itself is a journey and a loop path. Only you will decide when it's time for your hero to return to the camp. Either you or the fangs and claws of your enemies, of course. So you retreat almost any time, but a special animation will let you know when it's safer to do so. Retreat to the camp by pressing this button. So we'll go ahead and retreat to the camp. So if you're staying in a cozy camp right now, you're still alive and walking. Good thing the camp is nearby. Now it's a perfect chance to retreat. You keep all your resources. So basically, you keep all your resources. If you leave somewhere on the loop, then you'll lose some resources. We'll go ahead and retreat. We got one rock and one wood. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of these problems. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to build. We're going to build us a campfire. Look at that. We have just the number of stuff that we need. Congratulations on beating the annoying tutorial. You can now start your first expedition. Or not. Do as you wish. Click here to complete the tutorial. So basically, this is our camp. And then as you can go into build, you see there's a herbalist hut, there's a smithy, there's a field kitchen. And then as you build, provides the basic warrior gear start of each section and unlocks the ability to craft tools at the camp. The supply depot is built. Potions heal 4% max health. You can take up to 3 potions, right? Refilled at the camp. Unlocks a swamp card. Unlocks a blood grove card. So depending on how you build stuff, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of deep depth to this game. So we're gonna go on expedition. We're gonna start. So it will generate us a new map. Path everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have no meaning? Like, I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I'm the worst savior of all. Let's do it. So basically what we want to do is we want to run down. The idea is to try to complete as many loops as you can and still be alive and make it back to the camp, right? So you'll see we have a 3 to 5 damage sword. We have a ring that gives us 9 evasion. Okay. And we have a vampire mansion. Hunger eyes follow your every move through the holes of the roof as vampires to do battles on the tiles around it, right? So this one, it goes next to the path. But every path that it touches can spawn a vampire on it. So we're going to put it there because I'm crazy. Then we're going to go ahead and we'll go back to running. Beat us up some more slimes. So we'll go ahead and pause. A ring of vampirism. So obviously vampirism. I like vampirism. I'm going to take that ring. So that way there should be. Nope, that is not what it's going to do. It just has vampirism 9%. It doesn't actually tell us like what it does, but vampirism should give us health back. Beacon, worthless landmark on the world with no direction. 4% movement speed within its range, plus 20% attack speed for all units. Right? So we can kind of place this wherever we want to. So you want to kind of place it someplace that you get, the most benefit from it. So we'll put the old windmill there. We'll go ahead and kill us some more slimes, and eventually you can make this stuff go a lot faster. And there's a lot more stuff you can do. There's a lot to the game, right? So here's a cemetery, place for the dead, and some of the living. Occasionally spawns a skeleton every 3 days. So we figure out where we want to place that. We want to be careful because you don't really want to have, skeletons and back off, human, and vampires. A vampire, where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock, only hundreds of years of emptiness and hundreds of years of hunger. It doesn't seem like a very good vampire. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I can keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its fill. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but I can. But you can help me, and I will set the crumbling world right. That's right. I'm doing this not just for myself, but for everyone in the name of greater good. So be grateful for the hard work. And just let me bleed you dry. He's very, very angry. So once again, it's just going to kind of do whatever it's going to do. We're going to get a couple of pieces, right? Vampires often own our lands, but they kept the peace and helped our settlements prosper. But this won't do it all. Now they're just pale shadows of the former slave selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently, blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about the hunger. Even the creatures around him were imbued with the power of draining someone else's life. Right? All right, so now we have a couple of things. We have another cemetery, right? So we're gonna just start stacking cemeteries down here. Earth covered with thick carpet of grass. Nothing really interesting unless you're a cow, of course. Fills 2 hit points at the start of each day, right? You have a treasury. Treasury walls guard all kinds of riches from thieves and previous owners. Gives a random basic resource after placing anything on an empty tile around it. Must be surrounded by empty space when you build it. Right? So what we want to do is we want to place this thing in a corner someplace. And then we're going to start stacking things around it. So now we got noticeable change. 20 form of complete metamorphosis, 13 pieces of scrap metal, and 12 rations from a whole food supply. Right? So we got a couple of things for that. So that's all good. So we get +3 hit points per day now. So as we come around, the idea is you're trying to make sure that you can heal every day. So whatever damage you can heal, so you can keep making loops. You can just keep churning, right? Another vampire mention. Now you don't have to place that if you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with any more vampires. The game, you can make it as hard or as easy as you want, and you can actually get it to the point where you can start removing stuff and clearing things off the board, and basically make it where the guy just walks around and just gathers resources. And you can make an infinite loop. I've been ignoring all my armor. So here we have another meadow. So we might put another meadow there. Now the rock +3 hit points, +3 more hit point every adjacent rock or mountain, right? So the rocks, like I could place them over here, but I don't. I want to place them over here. I'm going to place them like this. So I want to start stacking my mountains and my rocks up. And then I should probably look at these. 95 hit points, 90 hit points, 92 hit points. All right, so let's go 92 hit points. Since I failed, we'll get a 4 defensive shield. Damage to all. Those are fine. Defense. Okay, I'm gonna keep with the vampirism. Right? So once you get to the end of the map, it basically will pause the game for you. So that way you can look and you can decide whether you want to make another loop. If you make another loop, as soon as you leave, there's a chance, like if you die or you leave, to lose some of your stuff. Okay, we have another meadow. Spider cocoon spawns a spider at Jay's house once per day. So basically every day we're going to have a spider we have to deal with. Oh, it's an adjacent. Okay, so it's got to go there. So we can actually put it here and have to fight it when we're dealing with the graveyards if you want. So you can stack things up and you can make it as hard as difficult as you want. You also see as we run through there, preserved pebble, 10 pieces of pebble from one preserved rock, right? Small stones that will remember how the world looked. So basically it's just more resources. We're just gathering more resources as we go through. Dealing with another vampire, another slime. Slowly work our way through this. So it's just a game about trying to get what you want to do, and we'll stick some more spiders up there. We'll leave that guy there for now. Get some more resources there. Got another vampire. That's awesome. I'm glad we got multiple vampires. That makes my life easier. Damage 3 to 5. It's the same damage still. All right, so now we're starting to get better weapons, right? Or better armor. So that's 192 attack speed, regen per second, and evasion. Yeah. Yes, please. We'll take that. Shield, more vampirism and evasion on and defense. Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you for playing. And I want to say, I think if they fall off the bottom, it starts adding resources, or if it because basically what happens is you'll start getting resources for these things. So these spiders are messing me up. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll pause it after this one. All right, so we have another meadow. You have a grove. Spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Rat wolves can move to adjacent tiles. So basically, it'll spawn rat wolves and then they can move around. But it'll also give us sticks as we walk through there. Kind of looking through our armor, making sure we don't have anything new and good. So we should get. Yep, there we got a stick. Then here we got another road lantern, and we got a mountain. A mountain is slightly different. +5 hit point for each adjacent rock or mountain. Right, so we want to actually put this down here. Another road lantern. Actually, a road lantern is something different. Reduces the maximum number of spawning enemies on the tile around the road lantern. Effects can stack. Right, so if I take the road lantern, like if I don't want to deal with these skeletons, right, I just want them to go away. Then I can just put this down here on this thing, and it will actually reduce the amount of skeletons that spawn there every time I come through, so I don't have to fight them. Or I can do the same thing with a vampire, right? So if I stack this whole area, we would do that. But it's better to do like this, because now I'll have less skeletons for me to have to fight every time, but I still get the resources from walking through the graveyard. And that's how you'll stack up. You'll put a bunch of graveyards. You'll put a bunch of forest and stuff up, and then you'll line it with those road lanterns. And then basically you can just go loop and just gain as much resources as you want. Put a little bit more meadows down. We're gonna go again because we can. It's great. So, like I said, this game is on Steam right now. It is a fun game. If you haven't played it, you don't know anything about it, and you just saw it, and you're like, "Oh, let me go see what this game is." And then you saw that thing fell off in the end, and we got a little bit of scrap metal from it. So as this thing fills up, you'll end up starting to get extra stuff out of it. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll do a mountain here. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna fight skeletons first. Oh, those skeletons have got they got some abilities. I don't like it. We need to get a better we need a better stabby stick. These things are getting some hit points. So, and as you make loops, they get stronger and stronger and stronger. Right. So here we have another bulk damage to all, attack speed, evasion. I'm probably going to keep the one I have because it has vampirism on it. That one's almost worth it, but I think I want to keep the vampirism for now. I'll make a decision in a little bit. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop this guy. I'm going to drop this guy first. Then we'll drop this guy. And then that should give us more hit points per day. We're fixing to have to fight some more dudes. We're getting beat up here pretty bad. I'm hoping the vampirism will kind of help out and get us some health back, because they are beating us. It's beating us down. And you see the vampirism and the health is somewhat helping, but it's so armor, attack speed, and more vampirism. And yeah, so we'll go with the vampirism. We're leaning heavily into the vampirism right now. I think this stuff isn't open yet. I think it opens later. Oh, this is I'm not a fan of this. We may we may not make it back. But not making it back is part of the game too, right? It's the whole point is you want to try to make it back if you can, but if you can't, you know, it is what it is, right? That's a lot better damage, so we're gonna go with that. All these spiders up here, not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to the spiders. Yeah, more damage though, so that does help. Drop you there. I dropped you there. The beacon. We'll drop another beacon down. Oh, this may be where we die. This may be where we die. Oh, we evaded. That's helpful. Get another meadow down. Keep gathering resources. We'll see if it's 4 spiders. That is not optimal. It's a lot of evading. Woo! I don't think I'm gonna be dropping another spider cocoon. Thanks. Thankful. This is gonna be good counters. Good counters. Oh, we got 9 hit points, and we got 2 rat wolves to go through. Oh, it's gonna be close. Another rock. Another rat wolf that we have to go through. Oh, dead. All right, so if you do die, you have died in battle. Death does not favor the fallen, but you've made a little exception for you. You keep 30% of all your resources, right? So basically, we keep 30% of our resources. This is all the stuff we lose. If you get these little skull things, I guess you can take all of them, but we can't. It's up. So we go in here, you see, I can't believe it. Hey, everybody, the boy managed to return. Survivors, does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? It's still a place without darkness. We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These 2 people are all that is left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached a conclusion based on the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. Each day we see the signs of other people's presence around us, but as far as we know, they don't exist and never did. It's like we forgot them. Forgot them? Exactly. As if the people are disappearing every day and we instantly forget they existed, just like we forgot where we came from and our families, maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. I still remember. Everybody else's memories are not much better. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said I managed to return. That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't keep wandering in the emptiness anymore. There is a campfire here and enough space for a few sleeping bags, a real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Of course you can stay. I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to put everything right. I'm only beginning to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. I'm too lonely without them. Remember the world. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'll be glad if you can help us, and we'll be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to follow you out there. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. Right? Oh, no, you're still talking. We weren't joking about helping you. Here are a few things that survive the cataclysm and don't vanish. Don't become forgotten. Take it. You might need it. All right, so there we got some wood, some other stuff. So that's nice of them. So then we can go to build here real quick. We can build a field kitchen. Looks like we can't build the other stuff yet. We almost got enough for the herbalist hut. So the field kitchen, 10% to campfire ceiling power, unlocks the blood growth card. So we're going to go ahead and take that. And then you can kind of place it. So you kind of build it up the way you want to. And I want to say there's some advantages to put things next to other stuff. And you know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by cook gets tastier. What? You're waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, and a couple of knives. Bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes, and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of good stew. Right. So then we're gonna go do that. So we're gonna go do another expedition real quick and see if we actually survive this time. So it shows you basically what your deck is. If you have cards like you're like, oh, I really hate this card, right? I think you can go in and kind of you can swap things out. Like here's the Blood Grove card, right? Living Forest preys on the wounded occupants of the tiles around it. May find something dreadful from their remains. Can be placed adjacent to the road near other trees. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 50% hit points left, right? So and then it gives you like different resources. So we can actually activate that. Since it's a new card, we'll go ahead and activate it. This over here tells you how many cards you have. I have 2 here. I have to have at least 2, but I can't have up to more. So depending on what, like here, I can actually drop all the way down to 1. So Oblivion erases all established tiles, erases monsters from the road, Beacon, and Treasury. So like if I don't want to deal with it, like I just go up. I don't want that, and I can make it go away. But I have to have at least 7 cards in my deck, and I have to have 2, 2, 2, and 1 minimum. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll start there. I want to say there's actually other things too. It's been a minute since I played. To be fair. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We'll do the same thing with the treasury again. We'll just throw the treasury up here in the corner. Get it ready. More murdering. And then we can actually change up to fast speed. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop our mountain down. So the idea here is to kind of get it going, and it's basically just the loot. It's just trying to drop the loot, trying to get as much as you can, kind of on the board, get the resources that you need, and then depending on what you have, loading the basically farming the resources that you need. Right. So here's a grove, spawns that guy. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll put him down here. And then not overloading yourself too, because if you get too much stuff on the board, obviously, then you get it's too much for you, and you'll end up getting overloaded. And then, like I said, the real plan is to try to get out before you end up getting yourself murderated. Which last time I did not do a good job of. So those are the same. We'll just leave it. Yeah, we can't do that till we murder all these guys. There's a bunch of vampires hiding out down there. All right, so we got a cemetery. So we'll put the cemetery down here. We got a rock. We got a mountain. We got meadow and another meadow. And then those blooming meadow flowers that fill the world, right? Heals 3 hit points at the start of each day. Put the rock down, get more hit points. A damage shawl, pure damage, defense. I think we'll roll with the defense for now. Kind of just making loops. So Oblivion. So if you do if we got into the thing where we got last time, where I saw like the 4 spiders, I could have nuked the 4 spiders. So an Oblivion card is a good thing to kind of keep in your pocket, or if you put down something you're like, oh, I really don't like that, you can get rid of it. I think we'll go regen for a second. I like that. I like the regens. But yeah, so it's just a resource gathering mechanics. It's and it's kind of it's a city builder kind of, or a town builder, because you're building, and it's got metagame progress. It's got a lot of really cool items and things in the game. Really, really cool idea. Go ahead. We're going to drop a bunch of rocks down. Drop another cemetery. And you notice I'm trying to keep, because this is 5 hit points for each adjacent rock or mountain. And these are just +3 adjacent rock or mountain. But you get special bonuses if you can get a bunch of mountains together. If I remember right. I can't remember if you can mix and match the rocks and mountains, but I know you get special bonuses for sticking them together. Okay, mountain it out. Got a grove. Got another meadow. We'll just keep looping. We need some more hit points, or some more health, some more healing. Oh, we got a goblin cave over there. All right, a bandit cap. Shield. We'll get the defense out of that one. More defense is good. All right. So if okay, I didn't plan it fast. We'll drop the meadow down. We'll drop another mountain down. Drop another rock down. There you go. So basically, mountain peak, a stone giant could support the sky itself if it weren't already gone. Plus 121 maximum hit points, plus 5 hit point max every adjacent mountain rock tile. Spawns a harpy every 2 days. So we can actually get a harpy that jumps on the map. This is a goblin camp. Sounds of backstabbing can be heard from miles away. Spawns a goblin on adjacent tile once per day. Appears for every 10 mountain or rock tiles. You can actually use the Oblivion tile and nuke it if you don't want them, which is a good use for it if you want. Go ahead, drop some more rocks down. Get some more hit points from that. There, we healed a little bit. We'll make another. Oh, good, we got 2 goblins. That should end well. Go ahead, drop some more rocks down. Stop! Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us your things. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order to the world first? You can do everything you want when I'm done. Goblin must rob. No other order to the world. Fair enough. Guess I don't have any good objection to that. Oh, wait. I do have one. How about a stabby stick? Oh, they are. This is not going well for me. At least we have some. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, we're gonna swap that out. We'll get a little vampirism action. Okay, got a beacon. That's strange how these creatures appeared on their own. Maybe it means something is actually not so bad. The world is trying to restore itself. That is, even the apocalypse isn't enough to rid some of these pets. Right? So it's a cool little game. It is very simple and it is very complicated. Like most indie games these days, they are very simple and they are very complicated. All right, back to moving. Me and the skeleton will have a chat. It'll be all right. This or sick. I don't have another weapon in there. You're like, nope. All right. And if you hover over a weapon, like you can change stuff in the middle of a fight too, and it'll kind of pause the fight. What's this? Shield? Yeah, I think we'll swap those shields out. Counter and regen and pretty much anything that can keep your health up and keep you going is a good plan. Ritual sword, attack speed counter, a lot more damage than what we have right now. Yep, I'll take that. Stab. Oh wow, that messed that guy up. All right, road lantern. think we'll do that. Oh, I think that this guy will spawn a vampire anytime you encounter a minion next to it. So anytime that there's a monster already there, a vampire spawns with them. So you have to be careful where you put that thing down. Let's go ahead. Mountain there. Get another meadow. I would like to get another meadow, and so we can fulfill that. If I can get another meadow before we get around to the camp, we'll call it good. And we'll go ahead and exit out. Oh, geez, this is going to get ugly quick. There you go, another meadow. So if you put down if you completely surround it, then it unlocks it, and it gives you a bunch of resources. I think we're going to pass on most of these right now, because I think we have enough. Oh, and we got a harpy. No, what do you mean, no? You want to save the world. You want to ask for help. Our answer is no. How did you... But why no? Why? No? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time, there's been an emptiness inside of the sky, but it doesn't stop us from seeing. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way to save the world. That's why no one will ever join you. Fine, I don't fully understand it, but tell me your version. How do you see saving the world? By my progeny kin, may they live and be strong. May they join the cycle of life and death. That is life. This is the world. I will kill you and feed your flesh and feed my starving younglings, and life will go on. How many lives can your blade prolong as you kill again and again and again? Only one. I don't want you to die. I don't want your children to die of hunger. Please try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, the harpies can have all the skies and all the hunting grounds that they need. I can't feed my children with your beautiful words. Very well. Oh, it's like that today. Okay, crazy harpy lady. All right. I feel awful. By fixing one evil, I'm causing another. There's no home for harpies except for the highest mountains, but there's no food there. I can't even imagine how they managed to survive if their mountains were cut off from reality. Oops, we're still... Yeah, we'll go back to planning. I don't think... let's go with that one. We'll get more vampirism. Oh, there is the Blood Grove. So this is the Blood Grove. Living forest can be placed adjacent to roots to devour enemies. So basically, if I get an enemy that's here, it will actually, once I get them to 15% health, it will like basically kill them. Right, so there's more hit points. And then we're back around. So what I'm going to do is it's actually safe to pull the ripcord here. So we're going to go ahead and pull the ripcord. We're going to take all of our resources back with us. We're going to go ahead and retreat. And then once another success, you've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back, but I call it a success. My old memories of the world are gone. The path is empty again, and there's only darkness everywhere I looked. Interesting. So technically you remembered that you forgot something. We could find a way to use that. I'll talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy up the place. Time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have people with all sorts of skills, from the cook to the alchemist, but each one needs a place to work. However, we can build anything with local materials. You find a branch of rock, turn away for a second, and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. Materials that survive your trip back look suitable for building. Those are just pebbles and splinters. How can we build anything with them? Curious, huh? I realized it was when I saw your campfire. The things you find seem to spread stability in similar materials and things. It's only little changes, but still something. Even a small branches enough to make a wooden fence exist without constant oversight. So basically, it's how I'm saying the stuff I find and bring back to my memories is basically can restabilize the world. Right? So we'll go into build options again here real quick. It looks like we can't build either of those. Nope, we can't build anything. But yeah, so the refuge and the gymnasium have opened because we have the filled kitchen now. And as you kind of build through the supply depot and the intel center and the library and the alchemist hut, the river, right? So all kinds of crazy stuff. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and take off for now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. If you do like Loop Hero, you want to see more content and stuff like this, please go ahead, consider giving the channel a subscribe. I do a lot more building factory automation type games. So this one does kind of fit into that because it is automating things. But if you like that stuff, please think about giving the channel a subscribe. If you have a comment, question, concern, please throw that down in the comments. And then, like I said, there'll be a link down in the description if you want to buy this on Steam. And next week it will be free on the Epic Store. With that, you guys be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.